for a permanent, loving home.
I didn't know what my future was.
I wouldn't speak to anyone. I was afraid of everything.
With help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, Brianna and Tay were adopted and now feel excited about their futures.
I'm studying to be a chef, and I really want to travel the world.
I'm going to be a mechanic, and I can focus on my career.
Right now, in the United States, there are more than 100,000 children in foster care, just like Brianna and Tay, who need a family now. Learn how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
One smile is great, but one smile in a community of smiles is so much better. A smile has a secret power that most people don't know about. A smile multiplies. It spreads from one person to the next, stretching across entire groups of people. Smile Train knows this and is proud to be creating a wave of smiles across the cleft lip and palate community in over 70 countries. Patients, doctors, advocates, fundraisers. Collectively, our smiles are a celebration of the transformed lives of over 1.5 million children. Learn how Smile Train is helping the cleft lip and palate community at smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
You know what it is, Truth Nation. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
The best way to start your day. Cutting through the noise and bringing you the real stories behind the headlines.
Talk to someone about how you feel. Do not internalize it. Do not consume it. You deserve to be heard.
It's time to wake up with Milwaukee's favorite morning show.
It's not just we canceled it, it's over, it's a done deal. Shouldn't be that way. That program still should proceed no matter how a few may go against it.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee.
Telly, where all the watch party? Where the brothers gonna be? I just want to see what she was gonna do.
This is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. Here are your hosts, the effective communication coach Denise Thomas and two-time Emmy Award winner Telly Hughes.
Good Monday morning, July 24, 2023. Welcome to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly, live from the American Family Insurance Studio inside the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. In for DT this morning is Miss Bailey Coleman. Good morning, Bailey.
Good morning, Telly. How are you?
I am doing great. How are you? How was your weekend?
Oh, I had a great weekend. Oh, there was so much to do here in Milwaukee, and guess what? I did none of it. I did absolutely none of it at home.
Yes, it was a great weekend in Milwaukee, and we are glad that you are tuning in this Monday morning. And boy, do we have a lot of interesting topics to get to on the top of the week on this Monday morning, Bailey. Oh, my goodness. I mean, we have everything from Jamie Foxx, our brother, Jamie Foxx, finally speaks out.
It was so good to hear from him.
Absolutely. And you don't have to worry about him being cloned or this is double. And I mean, because all the fake Jamie Foxxes that were coming out, like,
look, I just want to say that's your people right there. That's your ones. Them your ones.
Yes. And speaking of Jamie Foxx and entertainers, please, Bailey, help me understand, if you can, the fascination of Barbie.
Hey, you know, I'm going to see that movie. So for all you haters, forget it. I'm going to see the movie. It's you know, I feel like Barbie reaches the span. Even though, I'm going to tell you, I had a blonde hair, blue eye, the standard Barbie. That's only because Christy, who is the black Barbie, she wasn't, when I was coming up and I was playing with Barbie, she wasn't readily available. You couldn't just get a black Barbie. So these kids that are out here right now, they're so lucky. So lucky. Barbie comes in every kind of complexion, every kind of, career, everything you can imagine now.
Yeah, the only thing I ever known about Barbie is she had this this plain boyfriend named Ken.
Ken.
Barbie and Ken.
Barbie and Ken.
That's the only thing I knew about Barbie.
Look.
And, you said you going to see that movie.
I'm going to see the movie.
Well, you feel like quite a few other people because the first weekend in the box office, Barbie earned $155 million at the box office.
$1 million.
Goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. You know what? Barbie is just one of those things. I mean, if you played with dolls as a girl, Barbie was probably your one. Barbie was probably the one that you had. And, I mean, that was just that because she had a dream house. She had a car. She had every necessity you would need, and the other dolls just didn't have it.
She was doing it, huh?
Barbie was doing it.
Car.
Yeah, she did. And whatever kind of career you wanted her to have, then she would have that, It was just about, whatever you want. And if you were lucky, you had a Ken doll. So you could,
Well, this apparently rekindled a lot of feelings because I've never seen so many grown people dressed in pink.
Oh, yeah.
And dressed in Barbie type garb.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I just don't remember it being that much of a fad when it was out. I don't recall. Did you ever dress up in all pink? Even though you may have played with Barbie, did you ever try to dress like Barbie?
No, that part I never got to.
Okay, and you didn't do that as a child, so why in the world are these grown folks going out and dressing up like Barbie?
It's a trend, it's a thing. It's a thing. But I know, pink is a great color, especially on African Americans. So if you're black and you're doing a Barbie thing, you got that pink on, shout out to you. Because pink always looks good on us.
So when they come out with a movie about Cabbage Patch Kids, because to me that was the first time I ever saw.
Oh, that was you? That was your deal?
No. I didn't have any dolls, period. I'm saying that's the first time I saw any sort of figurine that came in different colors.
Oh, okay.
Because Cabbage Patch, that's the first time I saw like a little dark Cabbage Patch doll.
Right.
Or, even if it was beige.
Yeah. Well, Barbie, I mean, even though they did have like Christy, that was a black version of Barbie, relatively, I don't know, I guess early on in the thing, it wasn't like you could just go to the store and get her. It wasn't like she was just mass produced and Christy was everywhere, which is a black Barbie. Wasn't like that at all. Like I said, I still had the blonde ones, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it wasn't,
Yeah, well, like I said, a lot of people were very interested in Barbie and the release of the movie. Barbie earned $155 million, and second place was Oppenheimer, which seems like, I think that's a Matt Damon movie, and it looks like it's going to be really good. And I mean, personally, that's what I would have gone to see if I went to the movies this weekend. But only $80.5 million. So Barbie almost lapped Oppenheimer by $70 million.
And they're still bragging about Oppenheimer too. Like, hey, it's not Barbie, but hey, we still did big at the box office too, which I won't mind seeing that. Somebody else gonna have to pay for it, but I won't mind seeing that. But I'll pay for Barbie. I'll pay for the Barbie situation.
You'll pay for Barbie. Not even a matinee. You'll pay the full prime time price for that.
Exactly. Barbie it is, yes.
Well, more people definitely wanted to see Barbie than Oppenheimer. But hey, it seemed like it was a hit. So we'll continue to monitor and see how much more money it garners. But just on social media and just everywhere you looked, there were people that were dressing up as Barbie. And believe me, the Barbie folks, whoever is in charge of this, they are getting paid because they even had like replica Barbie boxes that you could go inside and take a picture as if you were this figure. Man, I'm telling you, they know how to capitalize.
They
and monetize.
I'm gonna point out something interesting for you though. But they marketed the heck out of Barbie. I mean, everywhere you turn for the last month, it was something about Barbie.
Yes, it
and
was.
Even the commercials for insurance and stuff. I'm not going to name the specific company, but it had Barbie in it, and they were talking about, oh, we're insuring her dream home. I'm like, wow, how creative. I thought it was so crazy.
You could get insurance on Barbie's house, but in the state of Florida, they're not even allowing a home insurance for hurricanes.
Right, exactly. But here's the genius in their marketing. Okay, and this is why I want to go see it. If you look at the marketing, next time you see a commercial for it, pay close attention. Everybody pay close attention because they don't really tell you what the movie is about. They actually appeal to, especially females, your emotions and your remembrances and your feelings about Barbie. That's what they show. They show the dancing. They show the good stuff that you can automatically connect with, but they never really actually say what the movie's about in the trailers.
I still don't know. I mean, do you have any idea what the movie is about? It just seems like you just kind of dusted off this old caricature and now you just make a whole movie.
It's all about the brand. It's branding. The movie, the commercials and everything are about the brand, right? So it's getting you in contact with the brand, cultivating those feelings that so many females had with the actual brand of Barbie, but it doesn't talk about the movie. Now, I've seen several reviews on the movie, and it talks about it being, Barbie going into the real world and, connecting with real people,
Sounds original.
There it is.
I've never heard of a movie that had a fake character come to real life and start living.
Yeah. So, I mean, and it's like one of the things about Barbie is now, for those people that are Barbie fans, they know that Barbie has never had like flat feet. Her feet have always been like,
in heels?
Just the way they're curved, they're set to fit the shoes, the Barbie shoes, which are heels. Okay. So, you don't know the details. So in the movie, one of the parts of her, from my understanding, one of the parts of her becoming a real person in the movie and leaving Barbie world is her feet becoming flat. And you see in the little commercial, they're like, flat feet. Ah! I cracked myself up. I can't wait for this movie. I cannot wait. It's going to have to be soon that I see it.
Yes, and you're going to have to come back and spill the beans, and we'll put out a spoiler alert and let people know if you still plan to see this.
I'm going to
have absolutely no desire to see it, and I don't
know what's up with you guys. I was trying to get my son to come with me. He's like, absolutely not.
Okay, but here's and kudos to your son, because that was a no-win situation. What if he came to you and was way too excited about going to see Barbie? Then you would have had a problem with that too.
Exactly.
You'd be like, wait a minute, why are you so doggone happy to see this movie? So.
But he does want to see Oppenheimer.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
it looks like it is going to be a really good movie. And we are just getting started here on Truth Be Told, and we have a really good and big show for you. I know something that is near and dear to my heart, and I eat a lot of French fries, Bailey.
Aha!
We are going to reveal the top 10 ranked French fries, and you might be surprised who comes in at number 1.
I know who's coming in at number 1.
Yeah,
my
you
favorite.
do. And I haven't even had those yet because there's no reason for me as a vegan to check out this restaurant. But don't want to give away too many clues. Once again, our brother Jamie Foxx speaks out, and we are going to hear what Mr. Fox had to say. Also, your girl, Monica, she didn't like something that was going on in a concert, and she addressed it mid-concert. Kind of gangster, I think. So those are just a few topics that we will get to as we continue. Bailey Coleman in for DT. More Truth Be Told after the break, and when we return, Truth Nation, make sure you get ready to join us, 833-212-1017. A very unfortunate incident happened to a local journalist who was just going out to cover a story. You don't want to miss what happened to WTMJ4 reporter Taylor Lumpkin. Gosh. I'll just reveal everything after the break. You listen to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly.
It is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, we want to celebrate the survivors of breast cancer and highlight their stories of fighting and thriving through their diagnosis. To celebrate survivors, for a limited time only, we're selling specialty 1017 The Truth Thrive Through shirts. Visit 1017thetruth.com right now to purchase our limited edition Thrive Through shirts supported by Obvious Shirts. All sale proceeds go to support the Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Breast Cancer Care and Research Fund. To support this effort, you can visit 1017thetruth.com to buy a specialty Truth shirt and support the fight against breast cancer.
This is the new 1017 The Truth Milwaukee Public School Athletic Alumni Spotlight.
Calvin Rayford, better known as Mr. Wisconsin Basketball of 91, became one of the best ballers out of Milwaukee. But before Rayford would live out his dreams, he would first have to create them. Rayford began right here in Milwaukee at Washington High School. Rayford would dribble the ball like no other point guard before him. After graduation, Rayford left Milwaukee and flew to Kansas. 4 years later, he graduated college with 155 points and a degree in criminal justice. He would go to play basketball for the next 7 years in Mexico, France, and Poland. Rayford would retire and move back to Milwaukee in 2007. He became a teacher and started a basketball camp to stay close to what he loves, the game and education. Calvin Rayford, always a Washington Per Golder and always MPS proud.
This has been your Milwaukee Public School Athletic Alumni Spotlight, presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
At Associated Bank, they know opportunity can't wait. If you're a female or minority small business owner, their community uplift loans could be for you. Loans range from $5,000 to $50,000. Get funds in as little as 1 business day. Talk to a relationship manager today about a community uplift loan and other business banking services. Call 800-270-7725. Visit AssociatedBank.com or stop by your local branch. Because you help build the Midwest and your neighborhoods, they got your back. Associated Bank, your money works here. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Are you looking for an opportunity to better the Milwaukee community? Do you want to develop your skills for a career or job? City Year Milwaukee is recruiting for its 14th cohort of AmeriCorps members. We are hiring young adults ages 18 to 25 to serve our amazing scholars in Milwaukee Public Schools. This opportunity allows you to serve your community and gain professional development, which will allow you to enter the workforce, your next educational journey, or even stay with us for a second year of service. Visit cityyear.org to connect with our local recruiters and learn how to apply.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a Ken. Like Jazzy, Stacy, Nikki. All of the Barbies is pretty. All of the Barbies is bad. It girls, and we ain't playing tag. Rad, but he's me when I get bad. I'm in LA, vote.
Welcome back to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. Bailey Coleman in for DT this Sunday morning, and this story right here, Bailey, really hits me in a different way because being a journalist for over the past 20 years, there have been some instances where I have encountered some, let's just say, some adverse circumstances and situations.
Telly, when you go into these scenarios, we always go in with an open mind, right?
Right.
You never know what you're going to encounter.
Yes.
And
yes,
as a journalist or a broadcaster, you never know what you're going to encounter, but you have to assume that everybody's going to be cool.
Yeah. Well, that's not always the case. And Taylor Lumpkin, a black multimedia journalist for WTMJ Channel TV, Channel 4 since 2020, tweeted Thursday night that a guy ran up and yelled at me unprovoked and called me N-word twice. No one helped. Everyone stared at me and laughed. Do better, people. That was her tweet on Thursday night after Miss Lumpkin left humiliated while reporting from Country Thunder's opening night in Twin Lakes. So, in case you're not familiar as to what this event consisted of, there's recently been a lot of backlash from Jason Aldean's song and music video, Try That in a Small Town, where the video was just pulled from rotation by CMT because of the backlash.
That's country music television.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know.
Yes. The music video was filmed in front of the Maury County Courthouse in Columbia, Tennessee, where the infamous Columbia race riot happened in 1946, and where a black man named Henry Choate, 18 years old, was lynched in 1927. So this was an event pre-planned before this video and song was released in Kenosha, and I'm sure it garnered a certain kind of crowd. Let's just say that.
Okay, I'm familiar with Country Thunder. It has been going on for, because it's like a tour kind of deal.
Okay.
And it has been coming to Wisconsin for at least to my knowledge, the last 10 to 15 years. And it's usually always out there in the same venue that they have.
Have you ever covered it?
Yes, in a certain respect. But I've never actually physically been, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am familiar with it. I'm familiar with their whole, situation. However, I've never actually, in their defense, heard of any racial situations going on. You would be surprised at the number of black people, African Americans, that love country music.
Oh, I'm not doubting that.
So,
yes.
But I've never heard of any sort of racial situations. But I will say this. I also, number one, have never covered it myself, but number two, always assumed that, if you go out there, you might encounter something. Let's just put it like that. I assumed it.
Yes.
So
Truth Nation, hit us up on the talk and text line, 833-212-1017. Let us know how you feel about this. This young lady, Miss Taylor Lumpkin, going out to cover a story, which is her job as a multimedia journalist for WTMJ TV4. When she arrived, someone came up to her, yelled the N-word twice in her face, stared at her, and started laughing. So just imagine how that may make you feel. To share a personal story, my first television job was in 2001 in Macon, Georgia. And even in 2001, there were segregated proms. They had whatever, they would rotate nights where they would have either whites only on Friday or blacks only on Friday.
Really?
And then they'll have a white prom on Saturday. Or they'll have them on the same night but in different places. It was the most incredible thing. I thought I was back in like the 50s or something. And this was 2001. So that's just a tip of the iceberg of some of the environments I have had to go and cover stories and do my job. And did I feel very uncomfortable? Absolutely. I was in Middle Georgia. I used to cover NASCAR and be the only black person there. I've been in hockey arenas where it was only me and the puck, the only two black things in there. So I have been put in those situations, and to me, the first thing that most people that aren't black, that have never been put in those situations, want to do is sweep it under the rug and say, oh, it was just an isolated incident. Oh, that was just one idiot. But they don't understand the long-term effects of this.
Yeah.
What happens the next time when she is assigned a story like that and she refuses to go or feels a certain kind of way? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Telly. I got to tell you, I always feel a certain type of way. I can't help it. I cannot. And let me tell you, Telly, the real truth about my life is I went through middle school and high school. And if there was another black person in my class, woo, it was amazing, right? Mm-hmm. So I might have had in my graduating high school class, maybe about between 5 to 7 actual African Americans, 5 to 7 black people in my graduating class. So, wow. I mean, it was all, it was all one way. It was basically, at the time, mostly white, high school. Not that I didn't have a problem with it.
Nah.
It was what it was. But you get certain, microaggressions that start happening to you.
Yes. All the time.
That you don't, and for those of you that don't know exactly what a microaggression is, it's this feeling of pressure and non-acceptance, and it's a pain, it's a sort of a stressor, and you have to experience it to know what it is.
Yeah. Truth Nation, hit us up on the Truth Talking text line, 833-212-1017. Miss Linda, a.k.a. L Thunder, says, first off, why would they send a black reporter to cover that story? with a history on why they were gathering. The people attending that event clearly are on the side of keeping the racist video streaming. Thank you for that text message, El Thunder. And a lot of times you don't get to pick what stories you get to go cover, first off.
Yep.
And secondly, that's not even something that most assignment editors, who are the people responsible for assigning which stories which reporters get, they don't think about that. They just look at it, oh, it's a story, we need somebody to cover it, who's on the schedule? They don't go and pick and say, all right, Telly would be good going to cover a story at Sherman Park, or
right.
And then we'll send so-and-so over to Whitefish Bay. Now, if it ends up being that way, so be it. I mean, it's smart to try and get certain personnel to cover certain stories. But, Bailey, one thing that really caught my eye when I started to look deeper into this story were the lyrics to this song.
Yeah.
And how it really promotes violence. So the song, which Jason Aldean came out and said he didn't write, includes lyrics like the following: cuss out a cop, spit in his face, stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think you're tough. Well, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here, we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't try that in a small town.
Yeah.
And on top of where he performed the music video. But to me, those lyrics, you kind of see what type of feelings that could generate, and you are amongst a mass of people
Mm-hmm.
who feel the same way. And then Miss Taylor Lumpkin, once again, is just out there trying to do her job. You think she went out there, she had on a Black Lives Matter shirt or nothing. I'm sure she was just trying to get in there, get the story done, and get out of there.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Truth Nation, hit us up, 833-212-1017. Let's go to the Truth Talk line. Taiwan, you are on Truth Be Told with Bailey and Telly. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I just want to thank y'all. I listen to y'all every morning. Enjoy the show. But yeah, that area of Racine, I'm from Racine, the city of Racine. That area is in Racine County, and to put it plain and simple, it's not for us. So I don't understand why, like the other person said on the text, they would send her out there, because for one, even though like y'all said, it's black people who like country music, but a country concert is not gonna have a lot of black people, so that we not accepted. And then it's a simple fact that it's in an area of the county that is notoriously prejudiced. So I'm not surprised at all, because you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
Black people from Racine we don't go out there. Like, if you got a reason to go out there, make sure that, you know what I'm saying, everything is good. Like your place is good, your license is good. It's kind of like going back to the past. For real. Like we just don't go out there. If you got a reason to go out there, you probably want to go during the day. Like, don't go at night.
Don't go at night, huh?
It's like it's like a sundown. It's not a sundown city, but it is a sundown city.
Is it? I've been in Racine at night. Ben Jamin, though. Ben Jamin is from Racine.
Hey, Ben, what's up, man? Is this true?
He said it's a sundown town.
No, I don't believe my boy Taiwan talking about Racine being a sundown town. I think he's referring to Twin Lakes, where they do this Country Thunder at.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, you talking about?
Yes, that.
Oh, Racine County.
See, Taiwan, we from Racine. I know what you're talking about. I had to clean it up a little bit for you. It's all good.
I appreciate it. Yeah, the city of Racine good, but when you talk about the county of Racine, a whole different story.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Taiwan, we appreciate your call. And just to once again give you the response to that is, first off, you don't get to pick your assignments.
No.
And secondly, if you work with people who are tone deaf and don't even think that racism still exists, then it's not a problem. It's not they're going to think, the Lake County, we don't, no, I'm not sending no one out there. But someone who is aware and someone that is understands the area, they're not going to put certain reporters in certain positions. But you can't just say, okay, we have this story. We only have this reporter that is available to go cover it, but we're not going to send her out there because we're not sure what may happen. Because there's a lot of people that don't think this stuff happens.
Exactly.
And that's the problem. Because it does happen.
I mean,
it happens more often than you think.
Yeah, and in her description, she says that nobody helped her. They just all looked and laughed. I mean, no one. I hope that she wasn't 100% by herself. I hope she had a cameraman or somebody with her, because, I mean, I can understand how devastating that can be. I mean, having experienced different situations like that myself, had I not had other people with me, it would have really been crazy.
Yes.
So I hope she wasn't 100% alone. But yeah, Telly, when you get these situations and things, and they tell you to go here, then you got to go there. You got to go where they tell you to go. It's not like you have a choice. Of course she would have rather been, covering something else here in the city of Milwaukee or something. But you can't, you just got to go do what you're supposed to do. That's a part of the risk that you take as a journalist.
Yes. And there were and has been a number of stories and situations where after I left, I said, thank God I got out of there without any incident. Truth Nation, hit us up. Keep this conversation going. 833-212-1017. What are your thoughts about WTMJ TV reporter Taylor Lumpkin having to deal with racial slurs being thrown at her as she just tries to do her job? More Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. Bailey Coleman in for DT. More after the break.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The ultimate family-friendly concert experience is back and all new for 2023. The Kids Bop Never Stop live tour is coming your way, so get ready to sing and dance. August 8th, 7:30 at the State Fair Main Stage. On sale now at wistatefair.com. So come have the best time ever at the Kids Bop Never Stop live tour. See you there. Wisconsin State Fair, presented by U.S. Cellular.
When severe weather hits and the power goes out, do you have a plan? For reliable power and peace of mind, propane can do that. It only takes about 10 seconds for a propane-powered generator to restore power to your home. So no matter what Mother Nature has in store, you know you're prepared. Learn more at WIPGA.org. This message is sponsored by your local propane provider and the Wisconsin Propane Education and Research Council.
Why? Why take a chance? Why risk a mistake? Why say something? We all have reasons why we choose to ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right. The word why can either paralyze us or empower us to stand up and protect what we love. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I say safe for my family. I see safe for my friends.
I see say for my students.
We see say for each other.
I see say because all of this matters.
We all have something worth protecting. A why that unifies this community we're all a part of. So protect your everyday. Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. Hungry kids get sick more often and can struggle in school. It can be harder for them to focus and learn. But one simple thing can help change all of this for a hungry child in America. Good healthy food and the energy it brings. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures.
We want to ensure that all of our kids have healthy meals every day.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping feed our kids.
To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
We've got a little bit of volume starting to form in the construction zone on 43 northbound. You'll notice it predominantly between North and about Locust as you head north of the Marquette. Also a little bit of volume starting to build around Watertown Plank Road on 41 North. Also a little bit slow as you get onto 41 North from Greenfield. That is not impacting your travel times, however. Still good across the system there. And taking a look at the Storm Team forecast, warm, hazy, and humid for your Monday. A high of 84 near the lake, 88 degrees inland, 67 for your overnight low, and continued humid into Tuesday, partly cloudy with a high of 89. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Adam Roberts on 101.7 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Stein. Ozzie Albies hit a 3-run homer in the 8th inning to give the Atlanta Braves the 4-2 victory over the Milwaukee Brewers on Sunday. The Brewers dropping the game and the series to the league's best over the weekend. With the loss, the Brewers are now just a half a game ahead of Cincinnati in the National League Central Division as they get set to host the Reds for a 3-game set that begins tonight over at American Family Field. That first pitch is set for 7:10. Coverage gets underway on 620 WTMJ starting at 6:30. Over to golf as Brian Harman is waking up a British Open champion this morning after dominating all weekend long. He shot a 1-under par 70 on a rainy Sunday to close out his weekend and finish 13 under par for the tournament. And lastly, the Green Bay Packers will get things started this week with their training camp. Vets report tomorrow with the team's first practice scheduled for July 26th. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Calm down. Louis Paul truck across my body. This is not for fashion. This is not a playground. Ain't no fist fight blasting. Say they looking for me like I'm not right here, man. If I tell it tears, I'll be crying to my bed, man.
Truth Nation. During July, we want to celebrate the survivors of breast cancer and highlight their stories of fighting and thriving through diagnosis. All month long, you will hear about the journey of our beloved General Manager, Cherie Harris, and how she thrived through her diagnosis and continues to be an inspiration for family, friends, teammates, and beyond. We want you to join us on Thursday, July 27th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. on the Broken Bat Brewery as Bailey Coleman and Vivian King will host our Thrive Through special show live. And in addition, your favorite 101.7 The Truth hosts will serve as guest bartenders from 4 to 8 p.m. to help fundraise for a special cause. All tips and 10% of sales go to support the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Breast Cancer Care and Research Fund. Bailey Coleman in for DT. Welcome back to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. Ben jamming with us as well. I'm sorry, Ben. I know I keep hearing this noise. Let me get right. Let me get right because yeah, that could be pretty irritating to hear. But yes, we've been talking about WTMJ TV reporter Taylor Lumpkin in having to encounter racial slurs being thrown at her as she went to go cover the story at, is it Country Thunder is what it's called, Bailey?
Yes, Country Thunder.
Yes, Country Thunder. And the
I do know all about it, Ben.
Yeah. Benjamin, that's down by your way, man. What's going on down there?
I mean, you know, it is down by me, but I know Bailey Coleman has frequented Country Thunder. I think you think you had some kind of input on Country Thunder at one point, right?
Bailey trying to act like she barely know about it, huh? Come on now.
No.
Come on, Bailey. Ben just outed you. Like, you know more about this country thing than you lead on?
No. I actually had nothing to do with it. I just, was aware of it because one of the stations that I worked with was there. They were there every year, and I don't know, if that affiliation continued this year or not. But they were there every year. It was one of their big deals that they did. And yeah, I'm not really sure, whether, since I'm no longer there, I'm here now, whether or not they were affiliated this year. I have no idea.
Yeah, so Ben, you gonna still stand on this? Like that was just kind of around your way, but that ain't down, but in your way.
I mean, you know what? I've been to Twin Lakes before. In all honesty, it's one of these areas that I wouldn't frequent much because I'm not going out to the sticks. Okay, I'd rather be. I'm a city boy. I'm a city boy. I got to be in the city. But however, I have attended Country Thunder before, and in all honesty, when I did attend Country Thunder, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of white people out there. It's a lot of white people everywhere.
Wait, you tried to put it off on me, and you actually have been to the event.
Well, I've been to the event, and it actually is kind of fun. Yeah. But at the same time, you got to understand where you're at, and I can definitely see, a few racist people attending, a few MAGA people attending.
This definitely the MAGA crowd. Now you got to know
MAGA
that.
country, most definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember I was out there one time, and they tried to get me. They tried to get me, Telly and Bailey. All right, it was
not like the movie Get Out.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
What? Get you, man.
They said you got to come home with me.
Did they have
Yeah. Did
they have the tea glass and everything where they were slapping the spoon on the cup, the teacup and everything?
That would have been crazy, but it was actually like a husband and wife, and the wife she was wearing overalls, and the husband he was really skinny and frail, but they wanted me to come home with them for the night. All right, I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Ben.
Thank God you didn't take him up on that offer.
Okay.
Man. We might not be talking to you. Right
exactly.
I would have been in the next Jordan Peele movie.
Okay.
You walking down the street, they like Ben, you don't even turn around.
No. What I would have did is I would have turned around and said, "Hello." That's how you know something's wrong, man. Oh my God.
We'd have been like, he's in the sunken place.
Not amazing.
Okay.
It's amazing. Yeah. Truth Nation, keep the talk, text and calls coming in, 833-212-1017. Brian asks, where did this happen? This happened in Twin Lakes. Not in Ben's hood, but he knows about it.
Near Ben's hood in Racine County. County.
Yes. El Thunder, she replied again saying, what you said would make sense if it was implemented. They should try to match people to stories that would be more fitting. And yeah, those lyrics are shots fired. I would not want to be in the presence of anyone who likes that song. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Telly was telling us earlier, they took it off the country music channel. But it's, you don't get a choice. Again, you don't get a choice when you go out and you have to cover this kind of stuff. And it can be devastating to you. I mean, it can be, let's hurry up and get this done so we can get out of here because I feel something coming on. I know something could possibly happen. You always know when you walk into those situations what it could be. You just hope
that it doesn't.
And
Yes.
that,
it is so unfortunate because other people that may assign you these stories, they don't think about that.
They don't know.
Because you don't think about stuff that there are no chances of it ever happening to you.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, I don't think about having a good credit score because it just doesn't. No, I'm just, no, but I'm just no. But on a serious note, when you have never been put in those situations and you don't know how that feels, it never dawns on you. It probably never dawned on that assignment editor that she or he was sending a black reporter to Twin Lakes in Racine County. And then even if they did think about it, the first thing that may pop into their minds is, oh, it's not like that down there anymore.
Right. Wrong.
They'll be fine. They're just going to do a story. They got a photographer with them. They'll be protected.
I want to know if she had anybody with her, if she had a photographer with her, what was their reaction to the whole deal? We should say a photojournalist. What was their reaction to the whole deal if she had one with her? That would be interesting to know. Truth Nation, hit us up on the talk and text line 833-212-1017. This has got to make you outraged.
It should. This is a sickening situation, and I believe it does have long-term effects. How does she feel comfortable? How does she feel protected in these type situations moving forward? And it's not a little deal and it's not no deal. It is a big deal. And the part that frustrates me more often than not, when things like this come up, it's either let's sweep it under the rug and move on, or let's start the conversation. We've been starting the conversation for so long that we should have way more dialogue than just starting the conversation about these particular incidences. So when we return, we'll continue this conversation. Hit us up, 833-212-1017. Benjamin, Bailey Coleman, Telly Hughes here for Truth Be Told. We'll be back after the break.
Truth Be Told with DT and Telly returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, during July, we want to celebrate the survivors of breast cancer and highlight their stories of fighting and thriving through their diagnosis. All month long, you will hear about the journey of our beloved General Manager, Cherie Harris, and how she thrived through her diagnosis. On Thursday, July 27th, we invite all of Truth Nation to join us at the Broken Bat Brewery, located in Milwaukee's 3rd Ward, as our hosts will serve as guest bartenders for the night. All tips and 10% of sales go to support the Frederick and the Medical College of Wisconsin Breast Cancer Care and Research Fund.
At Associated Bank, they know opportunity can't wait. If you're a female or minority small business owner, their community uplift loans could be for you. Loans range from $5,000 to $50,000. Get funds in as little as 1 business day. Talk to a relationship manager today about a community uplift loan and other business banking services. Call 800-270-7725. Visit AssociatedBank.com or stop by your local branch. Because you help build the Midwest and your neighborhoods, they got your back. Associated Bank, your money works here. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
July is Thrive Through Month for Good Karma Brands, and we are proud to share an encouraging story from the Truth's General Manager, Cherie Harris, of thriving through her breast cancer diagnosis.
So thrive through, what does that mean to you?
Thrive through means you are intentional about living your best life, and that is important for me. Because having cancer does not define me. It does not control everything about me. It's something that happened to me that I have to fight and I have to thrive through it. So for me, it's about each day waking up and living my best day. What is that going to look like? And it doesn't have to be super big. It could be, I just want to get out of bed and take a walk. Or I just want to go and get me some frozen yogurt. Whatever makes me happy, I'm going to thrive through and get there. Because cancer can really beat you down to the point where you don't want to do anything. So you have to figure out what that best thing is going to be about that day. And that's what thrive through means to me.
And how did you find those two words to be the mantra that you were going to live by?
I feel like I live by that mantra every day before cancer. And it was something I decided to define for myself when I was diagnosed with cancer, because it's a reminder of who I am, who I was, and who I want to continue to be, and how I'm going to reset my chapter. So thriving through means I'm going to get up every week and go to chemo. I'm going to get up every day and go to radiation. I'm going to thrive through that surgery and come out as a better person and hopefully just have the best life, new life. And it's not something where I have to be embedded, like, did I thrive through? Is this what it means? It just means being your best self no matter what happens to you, because you can't control what you can't control, but you can control your happiness. And that's what I'm going to do.
Support our Thrive Through initiative by joining the 1017 The Truth team on July 27th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Broken Bat Brewery in Milwaukee for a breast cancer research fundraiser. More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, we want you to join us for our free and open to the public Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 12th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School in Milwaukee. Now, we're bringing the community together for a free family festival that will have something for everyone. There'll be live music, free haircuts for the kids, delicious food, healthcare resources, financial education resources, and free giveaways. We can't wait to see you on Saturday, August 12th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. for our Truth Family Fest. Now, the Truth Family Fest is sponsored by Ascension, Wisconsin, Educators Credit Union, Hunger Task Force, and Associated Bank. Make sure you're there. We're going to have a great time, Telly.
Yes, it is. It is going down on August 12th, and we know how much you are loving this morning's conversation. If you missed any of it, remember, you can always go back and listen by downloading the Truth Be Told podcast, sponsored by Gruber Law Offices on multiple platforms. The 1017 The Truth app can be found on Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast, meaning there is absolutely no reason you should ever miss an episode of any show here on 1017 The Truth. And this first hour, Bailey, has really generated a lot of conversation on the Truth Talk and text line, 833-212-1017. And before I get to Grant's text, let me preference every Monday morning at 6:50, I join WTMJ with Vince Vitrano and Eric, and what we talk about are some of the topics that we may discuss on here on Truth Be Told.
All right.
And Vince proposed a very interesting question to me, and as two fellow journalists, he asked, is this a story now? And I said, absolutely. This has become the story. It's not, who cares that people went to this concert? People go to concerts. They're called concert goers. But it's not every day that there is a reporter that is thrown racial slurs, because believe me, if this was a Jewish reporter and there were anti-Semitic things that were thrown towards her or him, it would certainly be a story. And so
it would have been nationwide already. It'd have been nationwide already, Telly.
Yes. So Grant says, good morning. He said Kelly, but it's Telly. What? We got to do that after? Okay. All right. We'll do it after. Thanks for keeping me on task, man. and coming up in the second hour, our brother Jamie Foxx speaks out for the first time, and we have plenty more hot topics we're going to get to. More Truth Be Told with DT and Telly when we return.
Meals from those years are hard to forget. It was all white bread and whole milk, hamburger casseroles and quiche Lorraines, all with a side of cigarettes. We ate salads as desserts. We knew a party was classy if it had a cheese log. And we never missed an after-dinner smoke. It didn't matter if we were in our dining rooms, a burger joint, or the ritziest of restaurants. There'd be an ashtray on every table. And that very particular flavor in every meal. We smoked for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's amazing that our food could taste like anything else. If that was you then, get your lungs screened now. Surviving lung cancer starts with a scan. Learn more at screenyourlungs.org. This PSA was made possible by industry funding and guidance from lung cancer patient groups.
The Age of Reason took place over 200 years ago. It was a time of amazing scientific and philosophical progress all over the world. Truth, reason, and tolerance thrived and even shaped the Constitution of the United States of America, the foundation of our democracy. But now those building blocks of America, of democracy, are under attack. In just 2 decades, big tech social media billionaires have allowed their platforms to roll back truth, facts, and tolerance, and fill the screens in our homes and in our pockets with lies and hate. Online disinformation and hate affect everything, everyone, everywhere. It splits us apart, hurts our children, polarizes our societies, and is literally leading to violence and terror in our communities. Lies and hate everywhere are a threat to all people, anywhere. Be a part of the change. Help defend the future of our democracy. Go to counterhate.com to learn more.
You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I need a white horse, suicide doors, and we out of here. Horse kicking up noise when it's outfield. My boys bringing them toys, and they down for real. Know the slide for real, know the ride for real. Please don't play the games they play.
It's going up. Hour number 2. Bailey Coleman in for DT. Welcome back to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. So far, we have been talking about the WTMJ reporter Taylor Lumpkin, who covered the Country Thunder concert. Or is it a concert or is it a series? What is
It's a concert.
Is it a festival?
Concert. It's a concert, a little festival-y. Ben, would you say it was a festival? It's more of a festival? Yeah, Ben's been to Country Thunder.
Yeah.
Ben's kicked it at Country Thunder.
Oh, hey, well, come on now. Come on, baby.
But so Ben did explain the clientele that you should expect when you go and attend this concert. And before the break, I was explaining how I was talking about that this has become the news story, because as journalists, we are trained to never become the story.
Right, you're not supposed
cover
to.
The story.
Right, you're not supposed
to
be the
become
story.
the topic. or become the subject. And this reporter was thrust into the situation where she did become the story because racial slurs were thrown her way. And then once that happened, then they stared at her and laughed. How humiliating. Grant hit us up on the Truth Talking text line. We encourage you to do the same. Truth Nation, 833-212-1017. Grant said, good morning, Kelly. But he meant Telly, I know.
Right.
Telly, Bailey, and Ben. Ben, he used your government man. He said, Benjamin. Come on now.
Hey.
Come on.
Yeah, that's
now.
mad
He's just
wild,
been jamming on, from 7 to 9. But he says, Telly, I like the way you answered firmly. Yes, this should be news. And this is the story now on the WTMJ Morning Show. It's my opinion that WTMJ set her up by sending her there. It was a laughing matter to them. There is no way they couldn't have not known better. Unfortunately, Grant, yes, there is. A lot of time, these assignment editors are put in bubbles. They don't really know what's going on or even want to acknowledge what's going on in different pockets of southeast Wisconsin. So I don't think they set her up on purpose. Going back and looking at it in hindsight, yes, of course, it looks bad to send a black reporter to an event like this. But trust me when I say it's not that they did that on purpose. You don't know what the schedule was, if there were any other reporters that were available or weren't available. So I don't think it's a total setup, although it does look like it. And it definitely wasn't a laughing matter. And hopefully this is addressed in the appropriately moving forward. So enough about that. Let's move on. Our brother Jamie Foxx.
Jamie.
Yes, he finally broke his silence. And there was a lot of speculation and a lot of rumors about what was going on. And I am going to admit something, Bailey. I was one of the ones.
You thought he was cloned?
No. I absolutely didn't think that. But I did feel a certain kind of way after for so long you're soliciting prayers, but we don't know what we're praying for.
Right.
We don't know what is going on with Jamie Foxx, our beloved entertainer.
Right.
And there were genuine concerns, but after he made this statement, I understood. And I have to back off and kind of roll back what I said as to him protecting his privacy. He's a very private man, and we respect that. But, Ben, go ahead and play Jamie Foxx's first statements.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that's prayed, man, and sent me messages. I cannot even begin to tell you how far it took me and how it brought me back. I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through. And I know a lot of people were waiting, or wanting to hear updates, but to be honest with you, I just didn't want you to see me like that, man. I want you to see me laughing, having a good time, partying, cracking a joke, doing a movie, television show. I didn't want you to see me with tubes running out of me and trying to figure out if I was gonna make it through. And to be honest with you, my sister Deidre Dixon, my daughter Corinne Marie saved my life. So to them, to God, to a lot of great medical people, I'm able to leave you this video. I cannot tell you how great it feels to have your family kick in such a way, and y'all know they kept it airtight. They didn't let nothing out. They protected me, and that's what I hope that everyone could have in moments like these. Now, by being quiet, sometimes things, get out of hand. People saying what I got. Some people said I was blind, but as you can see, the eyes are working. The eyes are working just fine. They said I was paralyzed. I'm not paralyzed, but I did go through. I went to hell and back, and my road to recovery had some potholes as well. But I'm coming back. And I'm able to work, so I want to thank the people that let me work. And I just want to say that I love everybody, and I love all of the love that I got. And man, I know they talk about people crying on videos. You can do take two, but I'm not gonna do a take two. It is what it is. And if you see me out from now on and every once in a while I just burst into tears, is because it's been tough, man. I was sick, man, but now I got my legs under me, so you're gonna see me out. But like I said, I just want you to remember me for the jokes that I crack, the movies that I make. Some of them good, some of them ain't. I think I got a good one out.
You can go ahead and cut it. Bailey, how great is it to hear from Jamie Foxx?
It's great. It is so amazing, and I'm so glad, and I'm glad he took the time. But I was a little frustrated too, because I was like, "What is going on? I want to hear. He got to be all right." You know what I mean? But I am glad that he took the time to, because it's kind of tough out there for these stars these days. Everything instant. Everybody. Back in the day, you would hear certain things if something happened to somebody, but it wasn't as instantaneous as it is now with social media and all of that. You never could confirm anything happened to anybody back in the day, but now, with all the cover-ups and everything, but now, it's like, from the time they faint to, surgery and this and that, all that kind of stuff. But I'm glad, very glad, that he was able to take the time and everything. And, people saying he's been cloned or something because they compare pictures of him before he had the medical emergency to now. And it's just like, after you have, it's like Ice-T said, after you had pneumonia, for 3 months or whatever, of course you're not going to look the same as you looked before you had it. You're just not.
Yeah. And I know, and the thing with showing or proving how private of a person he is, he still hasn't said what was up with him.
No.
But to me, at this point, I don't even need to know now. And maybe I should have been there before this point, but I totally understand and respect his wishes. If
I'm just glad
you
okay.
just need to know that, like he said, he went to hell and back.
Yeah.
What it was or whatever, it was serious enough to have tubes coming out of him. And I totally agree. I don't want people to see me or remember me that way.
Right.
When I get back right and I get back on my feet, I'll get back out there. Until then, you're just going to have to live life just so unimaginable that I'm not on social media or you don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
How about I'm just recovering? And respect that and pray for me and pray for my family. And a lot of times you are put to the test, and there are so many times that people will say what they would do in those moments, or, oh, we got your back, we'll always make sure we protect you. And Jamie Foxx was just shown that his family will do everything they can in their power to protect him, his image, his career, and his personal life. And kudos to the Fox family. I'm sure that he looks at this and says to himself, these are the people that he probably, A, knew they were who they are, and B, to know when I am in one of those most vulnerable situations, I don't have to worry about my family becoming divided and
selling
one
me
person
out,
doing their thing, another person doing their other thing. Exactly.
Let me tell you something. I got too many family members. They go. Somebody go get paid. Somebody on side gonna be like, no. Come over here. Let me talk to you about it. Let me tell you what's going on. But I'll tell you. I'll say this. I'm sure there's gonna be a documentary about this. Just like Kevin Hart did. When all that happened with Kevin Hart, there was a documentary, but it came out later. There's probably going to be I believe that.
Yeah,
I believe
but
it.
Bailey, I feel you. Only thing it would have taken was like E.T. to call a cousin of mine and be like, "Hey, we got about
right.
we got about 2 G's for you."
Exactly.
They'd be like, "Hey man, come over here. Let me holler at you."
Right. Let me tell you something's going on over here. Let me tell you all
like,
about
man,
it.
he all messed up. I'm telling you, I can't tell you specifically, but they say everything, his whole insides messed up.
Exactly.
You're like, wait a minute, his insides?
Let me tell you, I'll tell you about each tube that's in her. I'm telling you right now. Each tube.
He ain't ate nothing in a minute. He lost some weight. He ain't nothing.
Exactly.
Can I get my money?
Exactly.
Like, hold on, man.
Now, who the check gonna be cut to? Right. Who the check gonna be cut to? I'm gonna need this in advance.
But kudos to Jamie Foxx and his crew. It is so good to see him back and recovering. And there are reports that he has picked up on the project that was up next for him. I think they're doing a movie of Luther Vandross, and he's going to play Luther. And
that's going to be amazing.
The way to me, the movie Ray changed Jamie Foxx's whole trajectory of his career.
Exactly.
Just the range he was able to show.
Yeah.
And just how believable he was in that character. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that was one of his most masterful performances in a movie. And so it's good to see him back on his feet and appearing to be back at work and doing what he loves to do. And speaking of someone being back at it, we went a few days without talking about it. But Carly Russell.
Oh, my gosh.
She is back active on social media.
Let me tell you something.
And her boyfriend has come to her defense. And I want you to tell me that something when we return after the break. Truth Nation, hit us up, 833-212-1017. On the other side, we'll tell you what Carly Russell has been up to and how her boyfriend is trying to come to her defense. More Truth Be Told with DT and Telly when we return.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth team is hiring. We are currently seeking a motivated individual who is looking to grow their career with The Truth as a marketing manager. If you have a passion for coordinating events, designing and executing sales marketing campaigns, developing teammates, and growing the Truth brand, then this is the career opportunity for you. Good Karma Brands offers full benefits with medical, vision, dental, and PTO. To join the home of Milwaukee Black Talk, visit goodkarmabrands.com/careers. That's goodkarmabrands.com/careers. Good Karma Brands is an equal opportunity employer.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
Hello, I'm Tony Evers, the Governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured, we're here to help. You've always been there for us, We want you to know that we're here for you. Call 833-WIS-BRAP. That's 833-947-8727 or visit vrapwi.com. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
At Associated Bank, they know opportunity can't wait. If you're a female or minority small business owner, their community uplift loans could be for you. Loans range from $5,000 to $50,000. Get funds in as little as one business day. Talk to a relationship manager today about a community uplift loan and other business banking services. Call 800-270-7725. Visit AssociatedBank.com or stop by your local branch. Because you help build the Midwest and your neighborhoods, they got your back. Associated Bank, your money works here. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. There's a sense of pride, community, and work ethic that's second to none. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. We've been here and will continue to be here for as long as you need us. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Hi, I'm Nicole, and I lost my 10-year-old daughter, Teresa, to COVID in just a few short days. Teresa was a healthy child who loved to dance. When Teresa got sick, I didn't think it was serious until she was rushed to the hospital. COVID and flu can be serious for anyone, but they're especially dangerous for communities of color. Please get your COVID and flu vaccines and stay up to date on all immunizations, because vaccines save lives.
To learn how to protect your family, visit vaccinateyourfamily.org/learn.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tight dress, money long, it's neon. With the C on. By the bed, that's the only thing I be on. I be dripping like some ice cream from Leon's.
Problematic, got the beef, right?
By the bed, that's the only thing I be on. I be dripping like some ice cream.
Bailey Coleman in for DT. Welcome back to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. Been jamming on the ones and twos, of course. And Ben, your girl is back at it, man. Just when we thought the Carly Russell story will kind of go away. Well, let me take that back.
I told you.
Because this story ain't going away.
I told you we was going to hear more by Friday. And what was it? Yes. Thursday.
Yeah. So Carly Russell has apparently been active on Twitter, and which is well within her rights. I mean, she just told a lie. She didn't kill anybody.
Allegedly.
Yeah. You know, so Carly's account liked a tweet that was shared by a woman coming to her defense. Thankfully, it was only just a like.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And she's not tweeting and you know.
Let's be clear.
Okay.
TikTok, Black Twitter, Instagram, they all are giving it to her. They are like lighting her up.
Oh my goodness.
Lighting her up.
Yes. And Carly Russell's boyfriend is coming to her defense, as well as he should.
Whatever.
Carly Russell's boyfriend wants those making light of the ongoing investigation into her alleged kidnapping to consider her mental health. Quote, nobody deserves to be cyberbullied. Unquote.
No, but look here. If we don't kind of chuckle at this, it's going to be a lot of mad people. We don't take a little chuckle, it's going to be a lot of mad people, because she had I mean, people was out here having prayer meetings for her, got the, folk done call their granny trying to get it together so their grannies can, our grandmothers get together for these prayer meetings and they have their own group. Am I lying? They had their own group, 4 or 5 of them, the sisters of the church. They get together, they praying for the baby. And they praying for Carly because there was a baby on the freeway, right? There was a baby on the freeway. We missed it. Right. So they were praying, and then some people felt like they was Oprah and they was watching all and looking at all the details and doing their own research, going out to the freeway going, well, the baby was hit. See, everybody had their own. We were all involved.
We were.
I mean, look, I told you, I said, we gonna hear about this before Friday.
Yeah, and eventually, the second interview is going to have to take place. The police department has been very patient to let Carly get her stuff together, and I continue to say to get her story together. But it seems to be getting worse the more details come out, especially when you heard about the Google searches that she had on the day of her disappearance. Now, the police department did not go into what was some of the searches leading up to that day. He was only focusing on the searches on that day. And
right.
It did not look good from any aspect. And I've had my daughters asking me about this, and they were just like, so did she just make this up, and what can happen to you if you make up a story like this? And I said, first off, there's something that's called a false police report.
Right.
Which is something that law enforcement do not take too kindly, because there's so many real things that's going on. They don't have time for someone crying wolf.
Right.
Because this is not the movies. This is not pretend. Law enforcement is trying to protect real lives and deal with real situations. So first and foremost, it's a crime to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, it's just, if you are begging for attention or you want attention that bad, like, you have to find other ways to do it. And maybe I'm still convinced that she probably didn't believe this was going to be a national story.
Yeah, you know what? Probably not. She just wanted a little attention from her boyfriend, allegedly, right?
It's starting to appear that way. And
she wanted to be seen.
But I also think, Bailey, that
allegedly,
if that is the case, will she ever come out and admit that? And it's an overall just a bad deal. Even when you look at the fact that her parents were going on television and defending her and talking about she fought for her life both physically and mentally.
Right. And they threw that, I'm telling you, Telly, they threw that mentally in at the end. At the end. All of a sudden, it was like she back and mentally. Yeah.
I'm thinking, Bailey, yo,
I'm just saying. Just saying. Just me. My opinion.
Wow. I mean, maybe she used like a Jedi mind trick or some sort. And at the end, she was like, voila, I'm out of here. Like poof. I don't know. I didn't get the mental fight for her life as well.
Right.
I mean, just if you call just saying, I hope I get out of this situation, a mental fight, then okay, that was your mental fight. But outside of saying, all right, I need to tell myself I'm going to get out of this alleged situation, I don't know if you can label that as a mental fight. Maybe you can.
Well, I got to think that maybe there was a lot of imagining going on. And maybe she went into this whole mental health trip and she imagined different scenarios that were happening. You know that, I mean, it could happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagining different scenarios, babies on the freeway, Cheez-Its, being fed crackers.
That's a whole
imaginary.
That's a whole lot of imagining.
Well,
let me tell you.
I mean, if you've seen the movie Taken, no, I'm just kidding. But it is, something there. It could be a mental health thing. It really could. It's tough, but it could be.
Well, apparently she hadn't seen the movie Taken either. She had to Google it.
That's true. But I mean, it's really more deeper than that. I would like to think that it's like, some kind of depression that would cause you to do something like this. Maybe.
Mm-mm.
But Twitter and all those guys, they are they are going in on her. Hey, get to the Truth Talking text line right now. 833-212-1017. Let us know how you feel about this. Al hit us up.
Oh yeah, go ahead. What did Al have for us?
That ain't no mental health. That mental bull, sugar, honey, iced tea.
A lot going on there. And Bailey, on another story that you actually sent to me.
Yes.
That showed singer.
Hey.
Monica don't play that.
No, she don't.
Some people call her a goonica. Not
Look,
Monica, but she's like a goon. So
let me tell you something. Monica has been known to be a little thugged out. You could see. Let me tell you something. She has done Disney songs and soundtracks and this and that throughout her career, and she's got this great mom image. And let me tell you something. She is one of the nicest people you ever want to meet. Southern hospitality, that whole deal.
Well,
but Monica ain't playing with nobody. She about that life. She about that life, and she knows she ain't playing with nobody.
And to my knowledge, she is the only person that dated C. Murder.
Yeah, exactly. There it is. She dated. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but since we there,
yeah, you were somebody, even just by the name. They named C. Murder.
Look, if y'all don't know, you better ask somebody. Go on Google, check that whole deal out.
Yes, but also check out what she did at a recent concert. Monica jumps into the audience to confront a man who apparently hit a woman during her show. So how conscious are you of seeing something like that and pointing it out in the middle of your show? You have so many things going on. You're trying to remember the songs, the order you're going to do the songs. You got an earpiece. You got dancers. You got all this stuff going on. And then you see a woman get hit and you jump off stage?
Yeah, she was like, wait a minute. We ain't doing that. I was like, go on, Monica. Yeah.
But that's gangster. And
she told them to put him out.
Oh, but think about how that guy had to feel. Like, first off,
he up there hitting
he
people.
should have felt like a punk for
Yeah.
even putting his hands on a woman.
Exactly.
But, I mean, I'm just saying, not how he felt. I'm sorry. Bad choice of word. His reaction when he saw Monica roll up on him.
Right.
Because I'm sure that might have been the last thing he was thinking about.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, boy, I saw that, and I mean, you read the headline and it's one thing, but to actually see the video and you see her basically in mid bar jump off the stage as if. Like, it was the reaction of someone if you saw something happen to a family member.
Exactly.
Not a stranger, but that just shows she was like, heck no, we ain't riding like that.
She was like, this is a love concert. This is about love. Get your hands off her. What? Oh, no. That was a classic. That was a classic.
That is amazing stuff. So we got more to get to. I'm telling you, this next topic we're going to talk about after the break is near and dear to my heart because a lot of times when I go places, I have very limited options. So French fries become a big part of my diet, and we are going to rank the top 10 French fries that you could go out and get, and you might be surprised who sits at number 1.
Yes.
Bailey Coleman in for DT. More Truth Be Told with DT and Telly after the break.
Truth Be Told with DT and Telly returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Ready for a great job where you can make a real difference in the lives of others? St. Anne's Center for Intergenerational Care is now hiring lead and assistant child care teachers, plus CNAs and personal care workers. At St. Anne's Center, they offer competitive pay with health, dental, vision benefits, and so much more. Come join the St. Anne's Center team today by applying at sac414.org/jobs. That's sac414.org/jobs.
When severe weather hits and the power goes out, do you have a plan? For reliable power and peace of mind, propane can do that. It only takes about 10 seconds for a propane-powered generator to restore power to your home. So no matter what Mother Nature has in store, you know you're prepared. Learn more at wipga.org. This message is sponsored by your local propane provider and the Wisconsin Propane Education and Research Council.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here.
I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy. You know what? We should make an emergency communication plan. That way we're ready this year. At my dorm, we have emergency kits for earthquakes and wildfires, but I'm sure there's something more local I can send you with a link.
Okay. Smart.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel angry or depressed most of the time? Do you feel neglected or unloved?
Do you feel you attract people who tend to be compulsive or abusive?
Do you have money problems because of someone else's drinking?
Are you afraid or embarrassed to bring your friends home?
Do you feel that if the drinker loved you, she or he would stop drinking?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
More than half of all adults have a family history of alcoholism.
Not everyone trapped by alcohol is an alcoholic.
Families and friends are suffering too. Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
About Fond du Lac to North Avenue as you work through the construction. It's adding just a couple of extra minutes on your ride from the Marquette to Brown Deer Road. That volume is starting to lighten a little bit southbound on 43, just a couple extra minutes the other way. Also a little bit of light volume north of the Zoo to Watertown Plank Road on 41, but it's not impacting your drive past that point. And a check of the Storm Team forecast for today. Sunny, warm, and humid. Highs in the mid to upper 80s. Lows tonight dropping into the mid 60s. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Adam Roberts on 1017 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Stein. Ozzie Albies hit a 3-run homer in the 8th inning to give the Atlanta Braves the 4-2 victory over the Milwaukee Brewers on Sunday. The Brewers dropping the game and the series to the league's best over the weekend. With the loss, the Brewers are now just a half a game ahead of Cincinnati in the National League Central Division as they get set to host the Reds for a 3-game set that begins tonight over at American Family Field. That first pitch is set for 7:10. Coverage gets underway on 620 WTMJ starting at 6:30. Over to golf as Brian Harman is waking up a British Open champion this morning after dominating all weekend long. He shot a 1-under par 70 on a rainy Sunday to close out his weekend and finished 13 under par for the tournament. And lastly, the Green Bay Packers will get things started this week with their training camp. Vets report tomorrow with the team's first practice scheduled for July 26th. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The whole world love it. Now I gotta crush it. Filet your fishes, then you should be disgusted. How dare you sell a square fish, asking us to trust it? A half slice of cheese, Mickey D's on a budget. Arby's crispy fish is simply it. With lines round the corner, we
Welcome
might
back to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. Bailey Coleman in for DT. Been jamming, knowing exactly what songs to play because I just heard those lyrics. Bailey.
Yes.
Square fish sandwiches. When the last time you've seen a square fish? Anyway.
Okay.
We digress.
Yes.
Truth Nation, hit us up on the True Talking text line, 833-212-1017, especially if you are a French fry lover like your guy here, Telly Hughes is. I tear up some fries. I was invited to a birthday party, and then on Friday night, and then on Saturday, I was invited to a brunch. Mm-hmm. And both places, Bailey, had very little and limited vegan options for me.
Right.
And just like most places, I'll just end up doing something that is pretty universal. Mm-hmm. I'll just order some French fries.
Right.
And just be fine. But, and sometimes I do get tired of French fries. Most of the time I don't. Mm-hmm. And I want to know, for all you true French fry lovers out there, who do you think has the best French fries that you can go out and get? And there's recently been a ranking that was released on the top 10 French fries. And I'm going to start at 10 and count them down to number 1. Mm-hmm. And starting off, Bailey, I'm going to be surprised because in this first 5,
yes,
I thought there should be some that were ranked a little higher because I think, you know, I'm a fry connoisseur. So,
I'm a fry connoisseur too, and you know it's always my thing to get hot French fries.
Yes, yes,
because they they got to be hot. If they're not hot, it's totally difficult to even do this. But I just
all right,
you know.
with enough anticipation, here we go.
Yes.
Number 10 for the top 10 ranked French fries. Sonic, number 10.
Okay, gotta be honest. Don't like much of anything at Sonic.
Okay. So that's pretty much where it should be.
Yeah, I would actually put that at like number 11 because here in the 3rd Street Market there is the dairy place? What is it called? The place I always go for my burgers over here. Ben, you know, because you told me about it. Now,
Dairyland
has some slapping fries.
The best fries.
I mean,
Dairyland doesn't make this list because
I know these are all national restaurants. I know they're all national
franchises.
Right.
And, yes.
But
that's a good plug, though.
I'm just saying.
Go try them out.
Yeah, go try them. Go try them. The burgers are great over there too. So I'm just saying.
Number 10, Sonic.
Okay.
Number 9, McDonald's.
Now, McDonald's has been living many years off of nostalgia, right? Because for years and years, everybody said McDonald's has the best fries. But these fries in particular, Telly, must be hot. If they are not hot, they're not good.
Some hot McDonald's French fries.
You gotta have them hot.
That's got to be top 5. Come on, man.
Because
when we get to our top 5, I'm gonna tell you who I would replace.
There are some that. Yeah, I'll agree with that. There are some in the top 5 that I think probably could be replaced.
It has to be.
Yeah,
okay, so
they're still okay on the list, but you know.
Sonic. Number 9, McDonald's. Number 8, that's something not too popular in the Midwest. It's more of a West Coast thing.
Yeah.
At least it started out there. It was
Yeah.
In-N-Out Burgers.
Now, I'll say In-N-Out Burgers fries are very good. They are good.
But they got that. They do like the monster fries too, which is basically like a Thousand Island dressing and some other stuff. So I think they kind of mess them up with that.
Yeah.
Even though that's what they're they're kind of known for.
But I mean,
isn't it called the monster fries or something like that?
Just their regular fries I've had. I don't know about the monster fries, but it was many years ago. But you get a good shake from there. They have amazing shakes, and you get the fries. You're good.
Yeah,
good.
So
they're good.
Number 8, In-N-Out Burgers. Number 7, Arby's. Now, I remember back in the day when they were one of the few restaurants that had the curly fries. So I thought that was kind of unique, but I was always one of those type of people. I got to be in a mood or have a taste for curly fries.
Yes.
I don't just always want curly fries.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that being number 7, and I don't know if I'm maybe putting too much of this my own biases on this list, but
that could be flipped out.
Yeah.
But they do have a little seasoning on there with them too, but that don't, And
number 6, one I am a fan of.
Wendy's
fries.
Yeah, now I am a fan of Wendy's fries. Shout out to Wendy's.
Yes, Wendy's has some good fries.
They do have good fries.
They do the sea salt.
Yeah, they do sea salt.
Yeah, it's got to be. So we are getting some traffic on the Truth Talk and text line 833-212-1017. Grant says it's got to be Kits, my brother. Local and non-franchise joints, I would go with Kits. Always hot, fresh, plentiful. About 72nd and Capitol Drive in Milwaukee.
Hey, I've never been to Kits for that. I know they have ice cream or custard there, but I've actually never gotten the fries. I might have to do that. I might have to try that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we've counted them down. Number 10, Sonic. Number 9, McDonald's. Number 8, In-N-Out Burgers. Number 7, Arby's. Number 6, Wendy's. Coming in at number 5. As we get down, count them down.
I can't believe it.
1.
This one could have been flipped out too.
I totally.
This one could have been flipped out too.
This one out.
Yeah.
Burger King.
Yeah. Hey.
Burger King fries have never been good to me.
I mean, back in the day when it was just Burger King and McDonald's in the market, Then I felt like their fries were better, but over the years and through all these different changes and stuff, if I go to Burger King, because I'm going to tell you, you know, I ain't really been to the King very much. But when I go, for me, it's about
You can have it your way when you go, baby.
Hey, well, when I go, it's about the onion rings for me. Boom. I like their onion rings. Their onion rings are good.
Mike from Mill Road is dissecting our list as we go along. He says Sonic is gross. KFC fries should be number 10. McDonald's at number 9, surprising. Definitely top 5. I agree.
Okay.
Five Guys fries, top 5 at this point. Checkers probably number 3. Wendy's a sleeper. Arby's at 7 is nice. Curly fries, good anytime. Burger King fries are actually good. Healthy size fries. All right, Mike.
All right.
You filling this list? Okay.
Okay.
We're going to count them down. Keep them going.
We got
number 4 now. We're doing the top 10 French fries that you could go out and get. We count them down to number 1. Number 4, Chick-fil-A.
Hey, let me just say, I love a good waffle.
Chick-fil-A?
I'm okay with you. I love a great waffle fry. But we got another one off the Truth Talking text line at 833-212-1017. Checkers fries in Milwaukee, but the stipulation is in Milwaukee. Can't be nowhere else. Just Checkers fries in Milwaukee.
Okay.
I'm okay with Checkers. I don't know though. That one on Capitol, you pull up over her. I don't know. I had to think about that.
Some other things, not just your fries. And we can guarantee you, Checkers did not make the top 3.
No.
We count them down. Chick-fil-A, number 4. Burger King, number 5. Coming in number 3, KFC.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
So I guess those are the people that really like those. I'm assuming those wedges or those thicker kind of steak fries.
No,
I think that's a little too much potato for my liking. But
I think these are. I think these are distinct.
That's my personal opinion.
I think these are distinct French fries from KFC. These are like real French fries from there. These are not the wedges.
Okay.
These are the actual
I ain't had those.
KFC French fries. You know what? I have not had those either.
All right.
And I'm like,
try.
we got something to try over there. I heard they got some new nuggets over there that's fire too. So we might have to try that over at KFC.
Right. Number 2, Popeyes.
Benjamin said, yeah. He said, yeah.
You feeling that, Ben?
I'm with that. Popeyes has some amazing fries. The seasoning on them things is just right.
Really?
Number 2, to me, they're a little too hard. I think they cook them a little too long sometimes.
Some of them, sometimes.
I don't like the crispy fries.
The crispy.
I do like the seasoning and yes, but number 2, ooh,
yeah. I don't know about that. That is awfully high for number 2. We might want to flip that one out too.
I don't know about y'all. I need
to flip that out. So
that's it. Hey.
Off 9 of the top French fries that you could go out and get according to this ranking. When we return, we will reveal the best French fries that you can go out and buy.
French fries.
More, Truth Be Told with DT and Telly after the break.
Truth Be Told with DT and Telly returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
On Thursday, July 27th, we invite all of Truth Nation to join us at the Broken Bat Brewery located in Milwaukee's 3rd Ward for a fundraiser to support the Frederick and the Medical College of Wisconsin Breast Cancer Care and Research Fund. Vivian King and I, Bailey Coleman, will be broadcasting live from the fundraiser as we help bring awareness to the fight against breast cancer. So join us Thursday, July 27th at the Broken Bat Brewery. That's 135 East Pittsburgh Avenue from 4 to 8 p.m. to help fight for a great cause.
Hey, Truth fans, it's Dee Kemp, Vice President of Programs for Axe Housing. I am so excited to give you some information about how we can help you and your family reach the dream of owning your own home. At Axe Housing, we know you may be struggling to buy your own home due to financial strain, or maybe you don't even know how to get started on the path to home ownership. This is where Axe Housing can help. We will provide you with your own home buying coaching team who will help you with the entire home buying process from start to finish. That includes the home search, the loan process, and the big closing day on your dream home. Why rent when you can own? Here at Axe Housing, we help prepare families for successful home ownership. Stop paying rent and start building wealth. Reach out to our Axe Housing team today because we believe in you and we know home ownership can be within your reach. Visit us today at axhousing.org to get started. That's ACTShousing.org.
At Associated Bank, they know opportunity can't wait. If you're a female or minority small business owner, their Community Uplift loans could be for you. Loans range from $5,000 to $50,000. Get funds in as little as one business day. Talk to a relationship manager today about a Community Uplift loan and other business banking services. Call 800-270-7725. Visit AssociatedBank.com or stop by your local branch. Because you help build the Midwest and your neighborhoods, they got your back. Associated Bank, your money works here. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Attention families, Milwaukee Public Museum wants to remind you that Kohl's Thank You Thursdays are in full swing. Receive free access to MPM's permanent exhibits on the first Thursday of every month. Milwaukee Public Museum would like to thank Kohl's for their support in making this program possible. Visit MPM's website today for more information and to book your reservations. mpm.edu/KTYT. That's mpm.edu/KTYT.
This is 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris, and the time is now, Milwaukee. You know, perspective is essential. What I found is the news behind the news is more important. I want you to leave my show with a sense of knowing what was missing that adds depth to the conversation. Tune in Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. on the new 1017 The Truth, the Truth app, or 1017thetruth.com.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, the Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Energy made this one. Yeah. Gangs.
Hey, welcome back to Truth Be Told. Bailey Coleman in for DT. As we wrap up today's show, we're counting down the top French fries that you can get. And before the break, we revealed the second best French fries you can get, which was Popeyes. I'm going to run through the list real quickly before I get to number 1. Number 10, Sonic. Number 9, McDonald's. Number 8, In-N-Out Burgers. Number 7, Arby's. 6, Wendy's. 5, Burger King. 4, Chick-fil-A, 3, KFC, 2, Popeyes, and the best French fries, according to this ranking. And I can say, I think I've only had them once. They are pretty good.
Unanimous agreement.
Number 1 is actually number 5. Five Guys.
Yes.
Has
Five
the
Guys.
best French fries.
Yes.
According to this ranking.
And they have great burgers, too.
Yes, Truth Nation. And Bailey, before we get out of here, we started something that we implemented. We want to get the truth of the matter. And the truth of the matter of the day for you, or what you have learned today, was what?
Everything that appears to be true isn't always necessarily the truth. Ain't that right, Carly? I'm sorry.
Ain't that right?
That's all I'm saying.
And the truth of the matter for me today, and talking about all the topics, actually had two truths. Number 1, Monica's a gangster.
She's a thug.
She ain't having it. So don't think you could go and act any kind of way if you attend one of her shows. And on piggyback off of that, Jamie Foxx speaking out, I thought that was really cool as well. But the truth of the matter I will walk away with from today's show, unfortunately, Taylor Lumpkin faced something that a lot of journalists face all the time and is just not reported. And hopefully this isn't an experience for her that becomes a traumatic one as she continues her career in journalism. Bailey, appreciate you filling in for DT. It's been fun. We covered a lot. And now it's time to send the people on their way and have a great Monday. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes is up next. Thanks for listening. Peace out. This is Telly Hughes from Truth Be Told. Listen to The Truth all day, every day by downloading the Truth app or streaming on Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Stitcher. Milwaukee Black Talk 101.7 The Truth.
To some people, the sound of a baby babbling doesn't mean much. But that's not necessarily true. By 6 months, they're combining vowels and consonants. By 9 months, they're trying out different kinds of sounds. And by 12 months, their babbling is beginning to take on some meaning. Especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Early screening and intervention can make a lifetime of difference and unlock a world of possibilities. Take the first step at autismspeaks.org.
We didn't know what to expect. We were just left in a hotel.
My mom was doing drugs in the house.
Tay and Brianna spent years of their childhood in homes that weren't safe. They were placed in foster care and longed for a permanent, loving home.
I didn't know what my future was.
I wouldn't speak to anyone. I was afraid of everything.
With help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, Brianna and Tay were adopted and now feel excited about their futures.
I'm studying to be a chef, and I really want to travel the world.
I'm going to be a mechanic, and I can focus on my career.
Right now, in the United States, there are more than 100,000 children in foster care, just like Brianna and Tay, who need a family now. Learn how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
We are the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Recent inflation and unemployment data has economists feeling like the U.S. might be able to avoid recession. And while it's possible we're heading toward a soft landing, the black population might be bearing